Hey guys, and welcome to another video on Cool Random Builds. My name's Ian, and today I'm going to be showing you how you can make this. It's the Eye of Agamotto from Doctor Strange. Let's get into it. Okay, so far I'm still not so sure how I'm going to make the Eye of Agamotto because I'm going to make it with the glowing light, just like how I did for my Loki scepter that I made that has light in it. So I guess what I'm going to do, I'm going to use like the same finger light and just like try to like cover with like some kind of like green marker or paint or something like that. I'm going to use that and somehow be able to fit it into the necklace and so you can wear it around your neck. So yeah, let's get into that. Okay, so I think how I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna cut it out of with normal floor mat foam. Oh yeah, I'm using some straps from my from the foam that I used to make the Captain America shield braces that I made, and the Loki scepter. If you guys want to see a tutorial on that, just let me know and I could probably make a tutorial on that. But it's just some leftover foam. So I think how I'm gonna do this to measure the eye, I'm just gonna measure out to see like on my chest, like to see how big I want it to be. And yeah, I don't think it should be that big anyway. So let's get drawing.
Okay, so here I'm basically just cutting it out. I made like a small little makeshift template here just to cut out an eyeball shape. So yeah, that's what I'm doing on the floor mat foam I used from like leftover floor mat foam.
So first we're going to start out by cutting out these two pieces, here's the template if you guys need it, and yeah, like how I said, if you guys know how I can provide a template for you guys, then in the description, then just like let me know in the comments, yeah, just cut out this, which I just really just kind of like eyeballed it, and I made like a makeshift, like quarter, like whatever, like half an eyeball circle, and then I just did that twice, and I got this, so it should be about like this big because I don't want it to be like too big of but yeah, cut it about like this big, so like it should fit onto itself like that, because when I have to fit out like the time stone itself in there, and all of that, you'll guys see in the video. So start out by gluing this. Okay, so quick thing I wanted to point out on, you're gonna want to cut a circle in the middle that's about 2.5 centimeters wide, and you're gonna also want to cut out this this identical piece onto another piece of foam, except thinner. This is actually just normal craft foam, so it's a bit thinner. But yeah, so just essentially just cut that on there, and now we're gonna glue everything together, I believe, because I don't think there's anything else we need to do. Yeah. I actually had to cut out one more piece of these, like one of the eyeball pieces, just because I'm trying to find a way that I can make it so the LED is able to fit in here and make it look like it's the time stone. So anyway, let's get started on that part.
Okay, so this part is not on the template, but basically what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to draw a 1.1 centimeter square, a circle, and then just put hot glue on it. You put hot glue on it, and make sure it doesn't go past the lines. If not, you can just like cut it or sand it down, because the LED is gonna go in here and it's gonna distribute the light. And then after that, once it's all dried up, like the light and like the stone are gonna be like one piece. And once we take it out, the paper is going to stay stuck on there, because you're going to want to cut it with scissors. You're going to want to color that green, and then it would make it like a green glowy effect of the time stone. While that's drying, we got these, so in the template, you're going to want to cut out these 3 pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces, I'm sorry, and if I'm wrong, that'll be corrected later in the video, so just pay attention to that. On one of these bottom pieces, you're going to want to cut out, so basically I traced out the finger light and put it, I cut it out here, and on this one, because this is what's going to be the cover for the, so you can be able to like turn it on from the outside, and then, so it should look something like this at the end, like that or something, like it would all fit together like this, and then you can turn on the light from the back or from or whatever, but like you guys will see.
Alright, so once you're done taking the LED and the hot glue, it should look something like this. So when you turn it on, it makes more light like that. So now the problem is, I don't know why this is flickering so much, the problem is if I put it on the back side, the way it's gonna fit, so this side still has paper on it, and this side's more brighter, but still it looks a little bit better on this side, kind of. So I'm gonna try to figure that out. If not, then I'm gonna reattempt it. So now we basically just color this green. Once you color that, I colored this with I don't know why this is flickering so much, so that might be a problem. But I mean, it does give it like the pulsing type of look to the stone. I used a green marker and a green highlighter to give it like that green effect. So now it looks like the time stone. Now I guess we start putting all this together. So let's do that. Okay, so now once you're done, which this piece is also on the template, you're gonna want to cut out this piece. So oh yeah, and it's already on here on like the bottom base of the eye. This will go on here, and it'll kind of just block out this part of the light right there, because when you put this on, when you put this other piece on, see, you can't really see it or anything. You might see it just a little bit, but it's not gonna be that big of a deal. Yeah, let's start gluing this now.
Okay, so I hadn't realized how much of a bad camera angle I used here, but for the first part where I glue that ring that blocks off the light, I used hot glue for that just because it works better. But for the rest, I glued with contact cement. And if you don't know what contact cement is, it basically is a really good glue that you apply on both pieces that are going to be glued, and then you let them like dry for about 5 minutes so they become tacky. So then when you put them together, they will stick like cement to each other the second they touch.
Right, so once it's fully dry, well, not fully dry, this one is, so mine is still drying a little bit, but it should look something like this at the moment. Yeah, it's still, most of it's still drying. Yeah, like how I said, I might have made a mistake, because, I think I connected the pieces too soon because I'm using contact cement. But it should still dry fine, or well, I hope it will. Yeah, so I think I should have waited a little bit longer for those two pieces to get more like dry, so they would become more tacky. I don't think it will be too bad, but yeah, I would probably recommend you wait a little bit more, because I was kind of just like doing like this, like I gotta get this done really quick, but like even though I'm not in a rush, I just wanted to do it. So yeah, I would have recommend that you just wait a little bit longer for the, because like it should be at least 5 minutes. I had to wait while I waited like 2 minutes for this to dry. So yeah, but anyways, I don't think it was that big of a deal. But now let's get onto the next part of this. Okay, now what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to cut out these two pieces from the template, the symbol that goes on the eye of Agamotto, and this, which will go on top of it, and then we just glue that onto the eye. Oh yeah, and the eye is actually now like it's actually like fully like dried up. Yeah, stuttering, but yeah, it's fully dried. It's fully dried. So let's get to doing that. Actually, never mind. Before we start gluing this, we're gonna want to spray paint all of these pieces gold. Now just make sure you cover the stone itself and this back part with some masking tape just in case. Right, now that we got all those pieces spray painted, I actually spray painted an additional piece of foam red. doesn't have a specific size. I just spray painted it because on where the string to hold it on your neck gets attached as those as 2 pieces of gold on it or whatever. So I just decided to make it out of that. You can use paper or anything. It's not on the template because it's just a small piece. But anyway, now we got to start gluing this together. To glue these pieces on, I'm not gonna use contact cement for it just because it's too gloppy and all that. I don't think that's a word. But like it just gets a little bit too messy. And also make sure that when you glue this on, it's facing like this, just so you don't get it wrong. Anyway, yeah, let's do it. I also wanted to point out, is you can't see it very well in this lighting, but here in the back, like see right there, I just made like lines across the, that are going across the time stone just to give it some detail. I made those with a black Sharpie. Alright, I didn't really record the part where I put this top piece on, not like the symbol one, but like this top one on. But, yeah, just glue that onto there, and it should look something like this. So now we just gotta move on, to making the design of it. There's, I actually, have a picture of the design here in case you guys want to use it for reference, but I'll still do a quick time lapse of me doing the design of it. I think how I'm going to do it, there are 2 different ways you could do it. You could either just draw it on with a Sharpie, or you could score it with a knife and then heat it up with a hair dryer or a heat gun to open up the cut. But since I don't have a heat gun and a hair dryer takes too long, I'm just gonna score it and use a Sharpie. Probably not this Sharpie. I'm gonna use the pen Sharpie just so I could do that. It'll make it much easier. Okay, you know what? Never mind. Do not use the pen Sharpie because it doesn't look too good on here. So use your normal Sharpie. Okay, so this actually works, but I would only recommend it for this part because this part has a design, the symbol, so just like use the pen Sharpie for that one. For the rest, don't use it. Alright, so once you're done, it should look a little something like this. Let me take all these scraps off. But it should look like this. I think it looks pretty good. I did score these with the knife a little bit. I might in the future, if I feel like it, I might use a heat gun or a hair dryer just to open up those cuts. But for the moment, I don't want to. So that step is kind of optional. So yeah, you turn it on from back here. So let's see how that looks. Whoa, that looks really cool. That looks pretty cool. So now we just gotta add the I can't believe I forgot the name. The string to it, the yarn to it, whatever, to make it a necklace. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting the name. So I'm gonna see how to do that. Okay, so the eye of agamotto on the string, this step is also optional for you guys who don't really want to go for like the super cool look, but it has a pattern on the string, so I just cut out a yarn, and I'm going to use black and red duct tape just to make those patterns on there, and we'll see how it looks. And I also cut it long enough so when you put it on, it goes to like the very center of your chest. Yeah, let's do that pattern really quick. Alright, so once you're done, the string should look something like this. It looks pretty cool. So now what you're gonna want to do is get that other piece that you spray painted it gold and put one piece on each tip of your the string, and then glue that onto the eye, and then we'll be done.
Okay, so I slightly messed up because I put because when I put the string onto the necklace itself, the red part was on the wrong side. Like the red and the black side should have been inverted, like the other way around. But it really isn't that big of a deal anyway, because it doesn't really matter because it still looks pretty cool anyway. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out, that in the end where I show it, the red part should be in the black parts spot. I just messed that up a little bit. And yeah, that should be pretty much it. This is what it should look like at the end.
And boom, just like that, you can be the Sorcerer Supreme. I think this necklace came out really well. The glare kind of makes it weird on video, but like it actually looks pretty good. And the flickering kind of makes it look like it's pulsing. Yeah, that you might want to put a cover right here, but like that doesn't really show when you put it on. It just blocks it off, but it looks really cool. I think that came out really well. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe for more cool builds like this. And anyway, that's gonna be it for today. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.